Hi everyone, welcome back to e-commerce success by Ad360. Today is a special video because I'm going to make a summary of my 120 videos in 120 days. This was a super interesting experiment and I'm going to share with you the pros and cons of this content creation technique and strategy. I'm going to share some figures from my YouTube channel analytics because I love it as a viewer when I see some YouTubers sharing their stats, their data, seeing what's behind the hood. So I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to try and keep this video short, but if I miss anything, or if you'd like to see something or ask me anything about the creation process, feel free to do so in the comments below, because I'm going to make a video very soon when we hit the 200 subscribers, hopefully before the end of the month. I'm going to do like a FAQ video, frequently asked questions. So if there's anything I didn't comment on today that you'd like to know, please feel free to ask so in the comments. And by the way, if you like this content, if you like this channel, if it provides value or entertainment to you, please say so in the comments. If you say thank you or even like a smiley, a thumbs up in the comments, that'd be super amazing. Every time I get a comment like that, it really makes my day. I'm super happy. It's a big source of motivation for me to know that people like this content, like to watch it, and they learn from it. So feel free to do so, and it helps a ton the channel. Whenever someone puts a comment on the video, it increases the engagement rate for YouTube, and YouTube knows that this video is getting more interest from the viewers, and they're going to share it more broadly. So that's super helpful for us, so thank you in advance. Let me share the stats right away. So this is the channel. So of course it's a small channel, 186 subscribers, but I started from scratch. The vast majority of that is organic. I'm going to show you a couple of times I got shared and I got like a bump in the number of subscribers, but most of that growth is organic. I'm getting like 1-2 subscribers per day. And so of course it's still a small channel, but I learned a lot of things from analyzing these figures, so hopefully you can learn a lot. And if you're a small channel owner too, maybe my advice coming from someone that has a couple of hundred of subscribers soon is going to be more helpful than YouTubers that already have millions of subscribers. They're in a different league, they have different problems, and maybe their advice is not as applicable to you as mine is going to be. Secondly, even if you're not making video today, or maybe you're considering it, so I'm going to give you the pros and cons of making videos, and what I think about this method of doing one video a day. And also maybe some of these learnings, especially about the video click-through rate, is also going to be applicable to other forms of content, like blogs, online articles, maybe even social media to a certain extent. So stay until the end, because I'm going to give you at the end of the video my advice for you as a content creator and not necessarily on YouTube. Okay, so let's look at the figures. So 186 subscribers, and so I made one video a day for 4 months now. So you see here June 10th, June 9th, 8th. So I made really one video a day, no exception. Sometimes I even made 2 videos in one day. I know I'm crazy, but I made it with no exception whatsoever, no day off for the last 120 days. So you see the channel was created actually last year, but I just posted a couple of unlisted videos, and I only really started publishing videos in January this year. And I published a few videos. At the beginning I did like maybe a few videos a week, maybe 1 or 2 on average. And then I really started to do one video a day on the 10th of February. It says here 11, but it's actually because I published the video after midnight, because it took me a lot of time in the beginning to set up the the recording and the editing, the thumbnail, everything. I was discovering YouTube, so I published it after midnight, but I actually started on the 10th of February, so that's a bit more than 4 months ago. And so in these 4 months I published 100 and about 20 videos, so a bit more than one video a day during 120 days. And so in the beginning, so you see now it's interesting, these videos have like 20, 30, 40 views, but in the beginning I made these videos, I was super happy when they got 10 views, I remember. Some of them got only 5, 6 views, others got to 10. When I got to 10, I was super happy. So the first interesting lesson is that when you put videos out there, this content is going to, continue living for a long while. It's like some of this content is maybe going to continue to get a ton of views afterwards. And the bigger the channel grows, the more each of these videos will grow on their own too. So that's the first interesting learning. Let me show you actually. If I go here, I have real-time figures. I can see what's going on right now, and I can see what happened in the last 48 hours. And you see, so this is the biggest video of the channel, which I'll comment on in a bit. But we have also some of the recent videos, so June 9th, June 10th, so these are the two latest video I published on the channel. But I also get, a couple of views for very old video. You see, I get one view for April 13th video, one view on May 19th, one view on this February 11th video. So I got a ton of, one view per one view on these very old videos from March, April, beginning of May. So that's super interesting to note. So when you do these videos, if you do one video per day, you're going to produce a ton of content. And this content is going to have a very long shelf value, right? It's going to last for a while. Now, the thing is, some videos do work better than others. I've noticed, so if I look at the channel, let's look at it this way actually. If I look at the top videos in the period, so this one, Google just changed its search algorithm, so I actually announced to the Google new algorithm change when they announced it on May 26th. And this one is the biggest video on my channel. It's got 1,300 views, which is really good for a channel that doesn't even have 200 subscribers. And the second most popular video is also about Google. And I made this one 10 days later to review once we had more information, more feedback, some reactions from people that have got affected positively or negatively. So I made another video that I got 300 views. So what I learned from these two, and we're going to analyze in more details the numbers, is that people like it very much when I talk about what's going on in the market, where I review some news, and especially when they have a big impact on your business. And I imagine a lot of people that follow this channel, or website owners, e-commerce business owners, or other online businesses owners, and maybe for a lot of you, Google is your main source of traffic and search and organic. So whenever something's changing about that, it has a big impact on your business. So there's a bigger urge to watch these videos. And on YouTube, there's a ton of video looking for video about Google. So if you can comment on news, on important stuff that's going on in your market, if there's something that affects your business or your customers or your competitors, something that affects the business greatly or their lives, then I think it's worth it to make a video about that. Secondly, if you can reference to something big, like in that case, I used Google both in the thumbnail and the title. I reacted to Google and what it just did, then you're going to get more views as well. So whenever possible, try to mention something impactful or something big. That's, the third video is like that. Also, I commented the shutdown of the Obolo app on Shopify to dropshipping. So I got 100 views. This other one about Google, again, 100 views. And this one almost 100 views about Amazon. But I make also different types of content. So what's interesting, in the top 10, you have like 5 different types of content. So you have news review, you have best practices for online business. You have a demo, this one click to promote your Shopify store. I explain how Ad360 works and how you can generate ads in just one click and get your ads and products promoted all over the web on hundreds of millions of websites in just one click. So this is like a product demo where I explain what we do with our business. The next one, I loved making it. It's an interview I made with Jennifer. It was really good chatting with her. We learned a lot about her business and how she transformed. We did like a before after comparison, and I'm going to try and make more of these videos. This one also worked quite well. And then this one is a shop review where I reviewed the shop. I gave some advice to the store owner, and at the same time this one worked better than other store review videos, but this one was like a broader theme, right? So when I review a store, I try to most of the time use a certain angle. So it's not just like one store review with a few tips for the store owner. It's like, for example, this one was, is focusing on one e-commerce theme or niche a good idea? or should you rather have a broad range of different products, different product types? And so if you want my opinion on that, you can watch the video. So whenever I can now, I try to make some videos like that, where it's not only a website review, but also like a more generic question or debate amongst how to do your website. Then this one was a YouTube short video. That's super interesting. It's a series I liked to make. I'm going to make more of these as well. It's whenever something good happens in the business, I share the good news and I share you how we got there. I celebrate small steps forward, and I think it's great, and if you're an entrepreneur or business owner watching this channel, probably you should try to do the same. We can create a community of people cheering ourselves up, celebrating small steps forward. And it's a great way to, keep the momentum up, keep, be positive about the good news that happened in your business. And at the same time, maybe sharing how we got that, what happened, sharing some value to other people. Okay, so there's a variety of different videos. When I started the video, I made a lot of website reviews only. And by the way, when I started the channel, it's because I used to make these videos in private, where I would find someone on the Reddit or the Shopify community asking for help. And you see that's the first series of video I made, shop review and tips. So these people asking for their shops to be reviewed, asking for feedback. I made a ton of videos. And before that, I would make private videos where I would share these videos privately with them as a way to, network, create a connection, and, really provide value. And then in return, perhaps, get some interest for our app Ad360. And so I made a ton of videos like that. And then I figured, and my co-founder encouraged me to say, why don't you make these videos public and, share them publicly on your channel? If they're helpful to one person, they can be helpful to multiple people, and people can get use these tips and apply them. And actually, a lot of people have told me so in the comments, and that's really another joy. This is really my greatest joy, is when I get these comments where, for example, Chris, shout out to Chris. Chris, made tremendous changes on his website, and he says, basically says, thank you so much for your time, and the learning and your help and advice has started me on the path of big changes. I feel this will make a huge difference to the way my site functions. I can see all the errors I was making before. Thank you again for your time taken to help me. I know we'll be talking further. So I love it when I see I make real impact and people get help and they say thanks. I have Devs, shout out to Devs, regular commenter. Thank you for commenting. It's really a pleasure every time. It makes my day. So she says, always love your site reviews. Thank you. She's going to show us her website in a few weeks, so I'm super excited for that. I can't wait for you to finish your website and to show us what it looks like. I have a few more people. Some people asking questions. I have some people congratulating us for the milestones. We have some people excellent. Some people saying this was most informative. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through my shop. So this is the website owner. This one saying thank you so much for the insight. Another great video. Thank you. Brilliant advice as usual. So this is great when I get the website owner saying thanks for the feedback. Keep the pace on the good track. Thank you so much for the kind words, tips and suggestions. So these are the website owners I make the video for. So even if they don't get a lot of views, this video, they made my day because I know I'm helping people. I know some people are getting value out of these videos. And I like it so much when I get someone saying, thank you so much, you're such an inspiration for me, to me, I'm learning every day. It's people like you who make the world a better place. Wow, that's really heartwarming. And it's for comments like these that I make these website review videos. So I'm going to continue making these. I started with them and I did like one per day. Now I know it's not necessarily the most popular form of videos on my channel, so I'm going to continue mixing things up. But I got so nice comments, I got to help people, and just for that feeling of being helpful and useful and impactful, I'm going to continue make these once in a while. Now I'm going to make also other types of video, because the thing is, if you look at the data, people like other types of video more. This website review are barely getting like more than 50 views. And that's okay, you know, because I make them primarily to help one person. But I have to think also of the best way to have the broader impact, right? So when I do these videos where I get 20 views, 30 views, 40 views, it's great, and I know I'm helping a few people, but there's an opportunity cost. Okay, if you take time to make videos, you have to make it so that they have the highest impact possible. And so for me, I've noticed for this channel and for the audience that watches this channel, some other video content have a lot more impact. And if I look at this video, for example, the most popular video on my channel got 1,300 views. I got 15 subscribers from that video. Whereas if I look at another video, for example, let's look at a typical video, let's compare. So this one was a website review. Let's compare the two. So on the website review video, so I got something like 50 likes, 52 views. I got 2 subscribers, which is great. This is good. But this kind of videos, they tend not to perform super well. So you see there's, in the beginning, I get a few views and then it starts to plateau, you see. And this one is actually overperforming other videos. On average, I get between like 20 and 40 views for this kind of website review videos. And I got 1 or 2 more subscribers, which is great. But if I'm thinking of, okay, what's the biggest impact I can have, then it's much better to do videos like this every day. Now, of course, it's not necessarily going to be possible to make videos like that every day, but you know, I'm going to try and get videos like that more frequently, at least. And you see what's interesting if we compare these two videos. This one got, you know, a certain views in the beginning and then starts to plateau. What's super interesting is this one. It's more linear in the beginning and then it continues to get a ton of views afterwards. And still today, if I'm looking at the real-time analysis, let's get back here. Let's click on the real-time. So still today, in the last 48 hours, this is the video. This one. Google search May 22 core update, what to do. This one got 64 views in the last 48 hours. It's in the top 2 videos, even though it's from end of May, so it's from last month, and it's still outperforming many of the videos I did like this week or in the last few days. So these videos, if you strike a chord and you make a video that's really impactful, that's of course at my level, I know some YouTubers have millions of views, but at my level, getting 1,300 views with less than 200 subscribers, this is like a strike. This is a really good video, and this video is going to continue getting more views over time, it looks like. And it's going to continue getting me more subscribers, getting me discovered by more people. So videos like that are super impactful, and I get to make the channel discovered by more people who then can see the shop reviews, e-commerce best practices and tips videos, and they get a lot of value from these as well. So I think it's good to have a good mix of videos where I review the news. I'm going to try and make more videos where I interview people, because I get personally a lot of value from these. I love very much making these connections, making these discussions. It's super good. I'm going to make the short videos again where I share some good news, because I enjoy making them, and I know other entrepreneurs out there like also to celebrate small victories, and I think it's just a good state of mind. I'm going to regularly make these and hopefully create a community of people that share good news, community of entrepreneurs, business owners sharing good news together, cheering ourselves up. So I like this content, this form of content, and these news updates where there's something big happening in your market. That's super important. If you go back to the channel, the top like 5 videos I got in the last month are all videos where I commented something that happened in the market. So Google again, the end of drop shipping, maybe with Shopify shutting down the AUDIT app. Another one about Google, so I really like Google, and Amazon revealing a new feature to compete with Shopify. So yeah, Google is really impactful. I guess it's normal because of the people watching this channel are business owners that rely on Google and organic traffic for the shop. So if something is happening in your market, if you can make a video about that, I think it's a really good advice. If you can talk about a big name like Google, or maybe you can talk about a big figure. I haven't made this video about that, but if I can talk about a famous, like e-commerce business owner or famous brand, or maybe a famous individual, maybe that's going to work out well. I've seen other videos, other YouTubers mention that's also an effective strategy. But the most interesting thing to me when I compare the two videos is this one got all the traffic from suggested video. I mean, not all, but most of the traffic came from suggested videos. So that's mostly subscribers or people who watch my videos frequently, and they get suggested more videos. Second is direct. So direct is probably when I share these videos, when I make them, I share them on my pages on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Reddit. And then you have the browse feature. So that's when people are searching for stuff, and they get recommended some videos on the side or below the video they're watching. And then you have Google search. So this is really where people click on your video after making a specific search. And so you see this YouTube search is like one of the last reasons people got to my video. And this one, if I look at this source of traffic, so this one that really outperformed, this one, YouTube search is the number one source of traffic. So you can't see. So YouTube search is the number one source of traffic, more than 80%. So at my level, for small channels like that, I think it's really good to make videos that focus on something of deep interest to your channel and to your channel audience. I mean, in this case, you see a lot of people are searching about Google Core Update 2022, the Google Core Update, Google Algorithm Update. So a lot of people were, worried or cautious or wondering about this, and so they found my video. So what helped also is I maybe was one of the first to make a video about this, because I made this video on the day Google announced this change. So if you can make news relevant content, that's great. If you can make content about a big change happening in your market or something that deeply affects people's lives, businesses, success, or something like that, you're going to have more success. If you can if it's time sensitive, like big news like that, try to be one of the first to react. I think putting this video out was a main reason of its success, putting it out so early after the news. And so a video like that is great because I get a ton of new subscribers from that video. So this video not only did get a lot of views, but it's helping other videos get more views as well. So it's like, a trickle-down effect of that video success. And let's look at something else. I wanted to show you, in my opinion, so if I go back to the channel dashboard, here I can see how the last video performed. So this is the one I made yesterday. So I tried to make a video like that about the inflation. And to me, that video was super interesting. So it didn't get a lot of views, but it's not really a big deal. I don't make that only for the views. Sometimes when I see a big news and I'm interested in it, I want to share it in the channel, and I think some other people might be interested in it as well. Of course, if it has more views, that's better because more people get to see it, and I get to help more people, or entertain more people, or provide value to more people. But I liked making this video because I thought it was interesting. There's a lot of inflation, except for e-commerce where prices is going down. So prices are going down. So it's super interesting to ask ourselves what's going on. But I think this video didn't got successful. It's not because the topic itself is not interesting. And by the way, you see people that watch the video, the view duration is higher than average. You see this little green arrow up, and you see on the right, the watch duration here is more than the typical range. So people that got the video found it interesting. But the problem of the video is the impression click-through rate is a bit below average. It's at 3%. And I've noticed if I get, 6, 7, 8%, that's good. And when I get 10+%, these videos tend to get hundreds of views. And this video in particular, the one that worked the most on the channel, this one, you see here, yeah, that's what I want to see. It's 12.2% impression click-through rate. So what's this metric? It's how much, what proportion of people are clicking the video from impressions. Impression is when this video appears in people's suggestions or search results. So this means that more than 1 people out of 10 clicked on the video when they got suggested it. And that's a big difference. The other video that didn't work so well, only got like 3%. So out of 100 people, only 3 clicked on the video when seeing it as a suggestion. So for me, this is a sign that maybe the title was not right, or the thumbnail is not great. So, you know, I still don't know for sure what's going on, but this one really was very successful in terms of impression click-through. I think it's mostly due to the title, more so than the thumbnail. I think the title worked well, so Google just changed its search algorithm. So people like change, they like stuff that just happens. I think the just is important because it's very news relevant, news sensitive, time sensitive. So just changed, and here's how to react. So people want to get actionable information. So I think that's great. So I learned a lot of things from this video. I learned that, you know, whenever I can, I'm going to try to make more videos like that react to big news in the market, what's going on, especially if it's really impactful for people's businesses, people's life. I'm going to be more likely to make a video. Making one video per day was helpful to train me. Like in 4 months, I made like more than 100 videos. Now I'm super comfortable with, you know, talking to the camera, even if sometimes, you know, I don't finish my sentences, or I make, you know, grammatical mistakes because I'm not a native English speaker. I make mistakes. Sometimes I don't speak properly, but I'm getting a lot more comfortable every day. So making one video per day was super helpful in getting more comfortable. It was helpful in, getting comfortable, recording the video, editing. By the way, if you want to know how I make these videos, I can tell you more in the FAQ video soon. So whenever I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to make a FAQ video. So tell me in the comments if you have any questions. But I'll tell you more in that video about how I make the videos, what software I use, how long it takes me to record these videos. So basically making one video a day didn't help me so much in terms of getting more views and more subscribers that if I had make like maybe 2 or 3 videos per week. But it was helpful in the beginning to get a habit of making these videos and getting comfortable, launching the recording software, talking to the camera, saying, being comfortable commenting on the news. And that's what allowed me to react quickly and make this super efficient video. Where is it? Anyway, so not this one, the other one. But so what I learned is, okay, I'm going to focus more on making videos that are more impactful. So choosing the topic is super important. So whenever it's a big topic, big change like this algorithm change, it's going to be super successful. I'm going to focus a bit more on title SEO. I think so. SEO, search engine optimization, works not only for Google search engine but also for YouTube. By the way, YouTube belongs to Alphabet, so aka Google. So so it's super important, and I think if you get the search terms right in your title and your description, you're going to get more likely to get a big hit like this one. Again, relatively speaking to my channel size, that's a big hit. I'm going also to continue varying the formats, just because I love making different kind of videos, and you don't want this to get boring. If you say, okay, I'm going to make one video a day for 100 days plus, you need to find a way to spice things up, varying things a bit. So I'm going to continue making some news-related video, some stores review, some interviews, discussions, some short video where I just share good news or like a piece of news or one quick tip. So I'm going to continue experimenting because it's what I like. I enjoy experimenting with these videos. I'm not necessarily going to continue making one video a day because I think in the grand scheme of things, a lot of videos don't really have that much impact. Now, I'm happy I made them, and but some of these videos that got 20 views, they're going to continue to get views, but it's more helpful to make one video with 1,000 views than 10 videos with like 30 views, if you see what I mean. So now one is not necessarily contradictory with the other, but you have to take into account the opportunity cost of making videos every day also. So I'm happy I made these. There's a ton of content on the channel. Also sometimes I do these store reviews. I'm repeating myself because I already said twice or thrice the same advice. So whenever I see a new store that I like or where I find something really valuable I can share, I will continue making these store review videos, but I'm going to mix things up. I'm not going to make necessarily a new video every day, but only maybe once every 2 days. Also, I noticed that's going to be quite interesting for you. I noticed in the analytics, if I'm looking at the last 28 days, so you see when there's like a day where I don't get a lot of views, it's probably a weekend. So you see here, why don't you tell me which day it is? Okay, so this one was a Saturday. You see, whenever there's like a slip in the numbers, like this one Saturday, this one Saturday again, yesterday was Friday, also down. So videos in the middle of the week, so from Monday to Thursday included, videos tend to outperform. Usually, you see, so this one Thursday, Friday was okay. Sometimes Friday, but this one was a good video that worked well. But on average, Friday, Saturday, Sunday tend to underperform. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday tend to outperform. So going forward, I think I'm going to do less videos on the weekends. For me, I'm working every day. It doesn't really make a difference if it's Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. But a lot of people, I guess, they're out with their family, doing stuff, doing other things, and they're less frequently on YouTube. And so videos in the weekend are less efficient. So if you're doing less than one video a day, you should probably release your videos during the week. That's what I learned. Now, may depend on your channel audience, may depend on who's watching your video, but for me at least, videos during the week tend to outperform. And I think I'm going to do maybe only 3 or 4 videos per week instead of like 1 per day every day, but focus on trying to make more relevant videos that really talk about impactful topics, videos about what you guys want to learn about, videos where I combine more best practices, more interview videos. So I'm going to continue experimenting. But I'm going to try and make more videos like this where I get to help a ton more people. It only makes sense, right? I feel like there was a few other things I wanted to tell you, but anyway, this video is getting quite long already, so if I missed anything, if you have other questions about what I think, what I learned about making thumbnails, titles, how I choose my topics, how I make research before videos, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'd love to have a record number of comments on this video, so if you're still watching this now after 30 minutes, congrats, this means you're a super fan of the channel, so thank you so much. To you specifically, you're making a big difference, because for me, your presence and your likes and your comments mean a lot more than the views. Of course, I want as many views as possible because I want to have a bigger impact, but I wouldn't have made videos once per day for so long if it wasn't for the support I got from the biggest fans. So if you're still here watching this video, thank you so much. All the comments I get, when even if it's just a thumbs up, a smiley, people telling me they like my videos, they get value out of it, that's really making my day every time. That's cheering me up, and that's all the more reasons to continue making these videos. So if you're still here, say thanks, say something in the comments, tell me what you like about the channel, tell me what you'd like to see more frequently in terms of content, video types. If there's something I have never done, please feel free to suggest ideas. I'd be super happy to make videos that please you first and foremost, and then I try to bring more people to the channel. It was a pleasure talking to you today, sharing these stats. I always love it when YouTubers do that and I get to see that. So I hope this was as interesting for you as it was for me to do. And as a reminder, I'll make very soon a FAQ video. So frequently asked questions. So if you have anything to ask me in the comments and I will respond very soon. Probably, hopefully before the end of June if we hit the 200 subscribers before then. I wish you a ton of success with your business. I wish you a ton of sales, happy customers, ton of value for whatever you're doing, and I wish to see you next time. Bye.